losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need, what you need. We're broken, it's tragic, we're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic, believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.
Hey guys, how you going? Hey John Paul, your mum will catch you over on Rumble. She goes by the name Nana Annie. Oh, cool. Hey Carl, how you going? Going to be 36 degrees where you are today. It's going to be 24 here. I'm lucky. Out to lunch, said I'll be back. I'll try Rumble. That's why I'm here too. Susan said, how do I find the latest board, the one that's stopped in November 2022? Okay, can someone put what it is in the chat at all? Do you know what it is? It's let me have a look. It's hard to say without, because I could get deleted for saying it. So can someone put it in the chat? Hang on, I might be able to do that. Hang on. Turn the keyboard on, that would help. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate it, but you've got to just put it all together. If you put all that, no spaces, okay? It should take you straight there. Who else have we got here? Belinda, how you going? Good to see ya. Angel Baby has made his way here. Aww. Luna, how you going? Missy T, how you going? Rails, how you going? 1980 Bullocks, how you going? Good evening to all wonderful people. So glad to catch you live. It's been a while. Blessings and love to you all. And Sherry, how you going? Okay, so everyone's here. Most people are here. Alex, we're praying for you. You poor thing. Alex is a bit sick, so I feel sorry for her. It's been going for a while, so now what I'm going to do today is, I've got some something interesting happened last night, okay? We heard noises in the fireplace. And we thought, what the hell is that? And it was scratching noises. And I opened the door of the fireplace and I saw a tail hanging down from, there's a shelf, there's a, I don't even know what to call it. But it stops the flames going straight up the chimney. It's like it's a shelf thing, anyway, on a combustion stove. And it was sitting on top of the shelf, so it couldn't climb out and the only way it could go was back up the chimney, but it couldn't get up there because it's all metal and it was just scraping this. That's what the noise was. Anyway, I got some oven mitts on and lifted the tray and tilted it and saw this tiny baby possum in my chimney. I'm lucky I didn't light the fireplace. Anyway, I ended up grabbing it with the oven mitts and putting it outside on a tree. So, poor little thing, we don't know how long it was there for. At least a couple of days, I can say, because my son heard noises the night before in the fireplace. So, there you go. Anyway, we'll get into a little bit of this. I can't read all of it. That's why we're going to go to Rumble after this, okay? Alexandra Marshall said the left here in Australia can't get their grievances story straight. Colonisation is evil, right? But the areas of Australia with the least colonisation are the most oppressed. To fix the evils of colonisation in the areas with no colonisation, we need to spend taxpayer money to bring coloniser technology to those areas to decolonise them. That's the line they're trying to run. Does that make sense? Oh my goodness. So colonisation is evil, but yet they need colonisation, the technology of the colonisers to decolonise them. Who knows? Okay, I'm gonna read this on Rumble, but there were I believe there's Jewish people caught coming out of a tunnel somewhere. Peter Sweden said, breaking, people in Sweden are now panic buying emergency supplies after the government and military warned that people have to be prepared for war. Now, this is the second post I've seen in the last 2 days. There's a thread here. I'm seeing reports that items like emergency radios, flashlights and portable cooking stoves are selling rapidly. Make sure to sign up to the newsletter, not to miss anything. Yeah, we're going to be fine. Don't worry. But do stock up, I think, before you get to this point where people are panic buying. If you can stock up before that, and I don't think you'll need to for long. Like, I honestly think, if anything, you might need it for a few days to 10 days. Elon Musk said, is this legal? And Wokeness said, New York Congresswoman Clark saying the quiet part out loud about the border. I need more people in my district just for redistricting purposes.
I'm from Brooklyn, New York. We have a diaspora that can absorb a significant number of these migrants. And when I hear colleagues talk about, the doors of the inn being closed, no room in the inn, I'm saying, I need more people in my district, but just for redistricting purposes. And those members could clearly fit here. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. We have.
Yeah, so there's something about redistricting. Hang on. This is why Democrats love illegals, for the boosting of population for political redistricting. Paul says, oh my goodness. I can't say his last name. Bubble Bath Girl. Okay. This is why Democrats don't want citizen requirements for the census. They're even proudly admitting it now. Guess Texas needs to bus more illegals to New York. KC said, I've been calling this and warning people about it for a while. Illegals count towards the census and then they can redistrict, claiming population growth. They don't care if it's a red city or state. They can redistrict blue and gain electoral votee in a blue county. They're flooding the blue state's population with illegal immigrants, so when the next census comes out, they can receive more electoral votes in those blue states. It still counts towards the census population, which determines the number of electoral votes a state receives. So that's why they're doing it. Huh. Okay, I might, yep, there. The right place. I don't want to like the wrong post. Okay, we're going to go into this one on Rumble again. Jay said, wait, so the whole ground floor of this building was just blown out in Texas and it's still standing? The Twin Towers were hit by a plane on the upper levels and they fell straight down? Not to mention another building that wasn't even affected? Now, I'm no structural engineer, but common sense. It's interesting, isn't it? It's true, that was lower down. It should have taken it out. If that was the case. Okay, Cat Turd said, I tried to warn you about this uni party loser. Tom Fitton said, Speaker Johnson just announced plan with Democrats that would again fully fund through continuous resolutions the prosecutorial abuse of Trump and other election rigging, Biden's border invasion, mass censorship, call Congress, let them know what you think. 202-225-3121. What's going on here?
I'm Tom Fitton. I'm president of Judicial Watch, America's leading government watchdog organization. We have a simple request for Congress: do your job. It's not enough to do investigations and reports. We need to stop the government corruption and abuse that is so concerning to the American people. In this new budget fight, or basically the old budget fight that we're being asked to pretend is new, there's an inflection point. Are we going to continue to fund Republicans in the House the wild abuse by the Biden administration of its political opponents, the mass censorship of tens of millions of Americans, the border invasion we've heard so much about, and the other wild abuses of power that are right now fully funded with Congress? And I don't know what we're talking about with a clean CR. I see a dirty CR, a CR that will fund the worst of dirty politics and corruption in our federal government. And there's a positive moral obligation right now, not next year, but right now, to stop the abuses, the effort to jail Trump on pretextual, unprecedented charges in a way never seen before in American history. An obligation to stop right now the Biden administration censorship of tens of millions of Americans. The obligation to stop right now the illicit use of tax monies to fund abortions in our military and elsewhere. We need to stop right now the attack on children through the promotion of transgender extremism. We need to stop right now the lack of serious investigation into the Biden administration corruption, specifically Biden corruption. We need a Justice Department or a special counsel that has confidence of the American people. All of these issues can be addressed in this continuing resolution, and if they don't want to address it, that suggests to me those who vote for it are on the side of corruption, and those who oppose it are on the side of justice. Thank you very much.
There you go. So Speaker Johnson might not be that good. Depends. What's he going to do now? He's probably not a good guy, knowing what they're doing. They're putting everyone forward who pretty much isn't. Liz Crokin said the truth about Cindy McCain and the late... Oh, I can't read that one. Okay. That one's going to have to go on Rumble as well. Awakened Outlaw said, while most everyone is focused on those listed on the client list, scumbags who claim to be Trump-supporting patriots dox Carly, Midnight Rider, today. Yeah, you heard me right. Carly is an actual Trump supporter extraordinaire, by the way, and these accusations are shit. Even worse is they're laughably trying to paint her as complicit in child trafficking industry and evil. These are seriously terrible people who've doxed and probably will continue to dox actual patriots. Their goal is to destroy people that other Anons like as part of an effort to divide the Anon community. In related news, it's 2024 and the deep state, desperate to harm good people and break us apart for daring to stand resolute against their ends, is being taken down. You do the math. Okay. Tom Fitton said, I've carefully reviewed a new court filing by one of the defendants caught up in the Georgia Democratic politician Fani Willis's unprecedented scheme to jail Trump and other Americans for attempting to dispute. The last one. The explosive court filing alleges that Miss Willis and her appointed special prosecutor Nathan Wade, who is helping direct the prosecution of these matters, have been having an affair and have, in effect, been used in the controversial prosecutions to improperly convert tax monies, upward of $1 million, for their personal use and benefit. The filing alleges ethics violations and potential criminal violations of state and federal law. The defence team for the defendant, Michael Roman, also asked the court to dismiss the indictment and disqualify Willis, Wade and their officers from any further involvement in the prosecution. It would be no surprise, given the obvious political abuse of power, these Get Trump prosecutions, that there would also be base personal corruption by the Democratic politician and her special prosecutor. The introduction of the astonishing legal brief that could very well upend all these prosecution follows. The instant motion is not filed lightly, nor is it being filed without considerable forethought. Now this goes right into it, but I think we get the gist from the first part of this. This is going to have to be a video on its own, this. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's a lot to read. So I'm going to leave that for now. But we get the gist of it, okay? An explosive court filing alleges that Miss Willis and her prosecutor are possibly having an affair and doing more nefarious stuff with money. That one I think is going to have to go on the other one. Alexandria Marshall said just debated a disingenuous opponent who tried to claim that Australia's housing crisis has nothing to do with immigration figures. Apparently it's because we're not building enough houses to keep up with demand. Demand, interesting word. Where did that demand come from, I wonder? Australians whose parents were also born in Australia have a birth rate below replacement level. Native Australians are not putting undue pressure on the housing market, certainly not outside normal construction boundaries. The ABS clearly states annual natural increase of population was 106,100 and net overseas immigration was 518,100 for the 2023 year. We also have this comment. Bitchute, ABS head of demography, said 13 months after international borders were reopened, net overseas immigration accounted for 81% of growth and added 454,400 people to the population in the year to March 2023, 14th of September 2023. 48% of Sydney and roughly the same in Melbourne were born overseas. These demographic statistics are changing rapidly, so don't try and claim migration has nothing to do with the housing crisis. You can't pour a city the size of Hobart into Sydney and expect nothing to happen. Our suburbs being torn down and replaced with high-density housing instead of the Australian dream of a detached home on a quarter-acre block. Families face a future packed into high-rises to satisfy government spreadsheet. Because this is what Agenda 21 is all about. So if you don't know about immigration and what's going on with that, look into Agenda 21. You'll find out. Or Agenda 2030 it is now. So there you go. Australians are being outpriced on their houses. And the infrastructure can't keep up, the hospitals can't keep up, the roads can't keep up, doctors, schools, all services, you name it, they can't keep up. Okay, Dom LeCrae, breaker of narrative, says, breaking Michelle Obama says she fears about the 2024 White House presidential race and that it keeps her up at night. I'm terrified of what could possibly happen, Obama said of this year's presidential election in an interview on Jay Shetty's On Purpose podcast, released Monday. Let's have a listen. What's Michelle Mohap got to say?
You know, are we moving at all fast enough? What are we doing about education? Are people going to vote? And why aren't people voting? Are we too stuck to our phones? I mean, those are the things that keep me up because you don't have control over them. And you wonder, where are people, where are we in this? Where are our hearts? What's going to happen in this next election? I am terrified about what could possibly happen because our leaders matter. Who we select, who speaks for us, who holds that bully pulpit. It affects us in ways that sometimes I think people take for granted. The fact that people think that government, does it really even do anything? And I'm like, oh my God, does government do everything for us? And we cannot take this democracy for granted. And sometimes our
Government does everything. That's scary, actually. Oh my God. And she was right about it matters who's in the White House. It matters. Yeah, bring back Trump. Okay. I don't know if I can read this one. Probably on Rumble, that one, which I'm going to next. So, Chuck Costello said, just in, actor Mark Ruffalo shares AI-created images of Trump to promote misleading Epstein narrative, then criticises Musk for perceived increase in misinformation, the games they play. Actor Mark Ruffalo, also known for his far left-leaning political views, recently shared AI-generated images depicting a former president in a controversial context related to Epstein Island. The action has sparked significant debate. Upon being challenged about the authenticity of these images, Ruffalo did not directly address his oversight, but instead criticised tech CEO Elon Musk for what he perceives as a rise in disinformation on a social media platform. This incident coincides with recent revelations concerning Epstein's connections, adding to the complexity of this situation. And Epstein is another subject that I'll cover over on Rumble. What's this one? Okay, Dr. Russell McGregor said, for those wanting to climb the ladder, here are the rules. Masonry is entry level. You can get higher by being filmed, having relations with kids. However, engaging in sacrifice is the real elevator. Just remember, you'll never see the top. You were not born into it. Yeah, we're not in their club. Yeah, that one's going to have to be read over on Rumble. This one's going to have to be read over on Rumble. Okay, Kanoka the Great said, in 2007, Senator Joe Biden declared that no great nation has uncontrolled borders, warning that America must build a border fence and increase border agents to secure the nation against drug terror and illegal immigration. Biden accused wealthy Republicans of wanting to increase illegal immigration to replace American workers with cheap labour. Projection much? The reason the employers want this extra influx is it drives costs down. Employers have to be held responsible for the unscrupulous practice of bringing people here in order to keep wages down. That's not fair to Americans. You have to hold employers responsible for hiring Americans first. Criticising President Bush, Biden lamented the lack of border agents, the absence of a border fence, and the free flow of drugs into the country. Hello, Biden. Are you awake? I've been arguing for the need to put more protection at our borders, meaning you have more border guards. You have to have a significant increase of security at the border, including limited elements where you actually have a fence. People can go over and under a fence, but you can't take 100 kilos of cocaine over and under a fence. Fast forward to President Biden's term, and a record-breaking 8 million people have illegally entered the country in 3 years, with a fentanyl crisis leading to over 106,000 Americans overdosing on drugs last year. On Biden's inaugural day, he introduced policies that incentivised illegal immigration. He paused deportations, he suspended the Remain in Mexico, and he stopped border wall construction. All consequences are dire: a national security crisis draining American taxpayers of hundreds of billions annually, leading major cities to slash budgets for essential services such as fire, police, sanitation, and education. As Senator Biden once warned, no great nation can be in a position where they can't control their borders. It matters how you control your borders, not just for immigration, but it matters for drugs, terror, and a whole range of other things. Okay, well, I just said the whole thing anyway, so I don't think we need to listen to the potato talk. If you want to, I'll actually repost it, so if anyone wants to hear him talk, they can. Tim Young said the third batch of Biden documents. Wrong ones, Epstein. So that'll be read over on Rumble. Yep, that one too. That one too. That one too. I've got a lot. Yeah, that one too. Because I just don't know on YouTube anymore, so excuse me guys, I'm really sorry. Yeah, and that's about it, but there are a few like threads here So I'm going to read them over on Rumble. So if anyone wants to join us over there, I'm going to wrap this up and go over to Rumble to finish this off. And there's some really interesting stuff in here, a lot to do with tunnels, a lot to do with Epstein, and more. Okay, I'll just quickly go back to the I'll go back to the chat just to make sure I've said hello to everybody. Okay, hey Deb, how you going? Michelle, how you going? Zal, how you going? Missy T said, hope you feel better soon, Alex. Sal said, Heb's got a possum. Yeah, I took it out the back. It was tiny. It was a baby. And it just looked at me when I dropped the tray, I don't know what it is. It's a heat tray at the top. Just stops the flames from going straight up the chimney. The flume, Robert said. Thank you, Robert. It's a flume, apparently. And Missy T said, hey everyone. Teresa said, evening, Hev, crew, love and light from TJ Happy. Oh yes, TJ Happy on Rumble. And Robert Desmond, how you going? And Carl said, hi Susan, there been no posts? Yeah, since back then. Missy T said, oh, possum, is it cute? Sherry said, my cousin raised a baby possum once, cute then, but not when they get big. No, exactly. Well, they are still cute when they're bigger. If you're feeding them, you're all right. Yeah, they hang over the edge of your gutters and look at you sometimes. Very strange, but anyway, we've got some strange animals. Sal said, young kids in Australia who from first generation migrants are being told they're not Aussies because they're not Anglo-Saxon descent. No, that's, I don't know. I don't agree with that, but it depends on, like, are the migrants becoming Australian citizens and then like when they have their children, or if they before they have their children? I don't know. Missy T said, a bit like a gremlin. Yeah, well, my son was wondering what the hell the noise was the last few nights in the house. He said, there's a weird noise. And I said, I didn't hear it. And then last night I did hear a weird noise, and I got up. I went into the lounge room, stood there for a minute. I could hear all this scratching, like desperate scratching. And I thought, there's something in the chimney. So yeah, that plate, what was it called? The flume, is bloody heavy. Oh my God, I don't know if it's cast iron or what it is, but Jesus, heavy. I had to get 2 oven mitts on, lift it, tilt it, so that I could see the possum and the possum could come out. Oh, I did try running across, because I did lose grip on it at one stage. I wish I had videotaped it, but it was so just get the thing out now, like, that I didn't, So yeah, I let it go at one point accidentally, just because it was stronger than I thought it was. And it jumped onto the floor, ran across the floor, up onto the lounge, across the lounge. And then I caught it again, so. Robert said it looked like roaches coming out of the tunnel. Oh, there's other things coming out of tunnels at the moment in the US. There is Jewish people coming out of the tunnels. I don't know. Sal said that's the leftist mongrel teachers in our schools doing that. Sal said when it goes, it will go very quickly. Sherry said, look at the greed in their eyes. Missy T said the USA and UK are having emergency meetings. Yes, I heard. Something's going on. I'm going to do another stream tomorrow, the Saturday stream. I'm going to do the same thing as I did today. I'm going to come on here first and let you know to go over there. And I'll have more of that information tomorrow, Missy. Yep. Robert Desmond said James O'Keefe is exposing the buses moving immigrants to the SI. Kai said half the likes are missing. Airport. Red Cross is funding it. Ah, see, Red Cross, that's what they were saving all that emergency money for. To ship immigrants into our countries, maybe? I don't know. I'm theorising here. A far out theorising. And Kai, how you going, Kai? Good to see ya. Good to see everyone here. Kai said, can't stay long, just got home. Everyone's saying hello to Kai. Robert said, taxpayers are paying the tab, of course. Kai said, much love everyone, having a slow typing day. Missy said, it's all a right shit show. It is. Hey Darren, how you going? Good to see ya. Sherry said, never felt good about Johnson. I was hoping, but... Sina, how you going? Good to see ya. Zal said, g'day Sherry, Missy, everyone. Everyone's saying hello. Well, hello. Sina said, Democrats and their sexual appetites. Yeah, exactly. Oh, Kai said, yeah, group, hi. Hugs for the girls and yellow hearts for the boys. Zena said, hey Sherry, hope you're doing well, love. The cat's distracting me in the background, scratching at the door. Kai said, okay, gotta go. Tony just got in, quality time. Oh, God love yous. Sherry said, I'm doing fine. Zena, yourself. Hey, Menacing Muskrat, how you going? And someone bought me a coffee a little while ago. Thank you to whoever that was. I can't get into my account for buying me a coffee, but thank you to whoever that was. Oh my goodness. Deb, how you going? Hello from Adelaide, not moist. It's moist here, it's raining. Zena said moistness is coming here in the scenic rim. Zena said Michelle is terrified, but not for why she's saying. Sherry said she don't like us having our phones because we find info on them. I hope she loses a lot of sleep. Oh, Michelle Obama, yes. I was trying to work out who you're talking about them for a minute, Michelle. Oh, yeah, Obama. Selena said, how you going, Selena? Today's phrase to look up, cloud piven. This is what's happening right now in the USA, Europe and other countries. There you go, that's it, cloud piven. Look that up. If you don't believe us about immigration and what's going on, it was about immigration as well, wasn't it, Selena? I'm pretty sure. Cloud piven, I can't remember. Darren said, oh, poor Mike fears payback. I hope she's having a lot of sleepless nights. Missy T said, who's he? Lol. Sherry said, I looked it up, Selena, we'll check it out later. Evening, Deb, said Darren. Zena said, if I don't answer, it's because of buffering. Okay. Zena said, holy shiz, Biden's so pathetic. Selena said, oh my God, just got yet another phone call for a political poll. I don't do those anymore because too many have gotten doxxed. Ooh, yep. Hey Pat, how you going? Good to see ya. And Deb, two Debs. Okay, we've got both Debs. Deb Jones and Deb Richardson. How you going, guys? Zena said, I think Biden's suffering from multiple personality disorder, but I'm not a licensed practitioner. Yeah, well, one was from 2008. That's when he was saying all the stuff about the border, needing a border, until he gets in, and then it's a different story. Darren said, you mean his personality? He has personality, Zena? Oh, my goodness. Okay, where am I? Oh, my brat's exposed. How you going? Your new channel. Okay, anyone who... can I click it from here? Mob Rat's exposed. I'm going to add you as a mod. So you can manage block words and change. Which one? I don't know. Can you put your link in there, Mob Rat's exposed? Please? Okay, okay, where was I up to? Sherry said, Selena said, Biden suffers from too many people in CGI masks pretending to be him. Yeah, definitely. Hey, Dealey, how you going? Good to see ya. Sherry said all the roaches are scattering, meeting with each other. They're scared. And Belinda, good to see you too. Zeta said, no, Deb, that left him a long time ago. And Mobrat's exposed. Good to see you too. Deb said, how sad we have to go to Rumble. I know. I just don't know what I'm allowed to talk about here. Because I keep getting done for stupid things. The last one was condoning or inciting some sort of violence, which I'd never do. And the other one was, and in the same email, dangerous conspiracy theories. I don't know which ones are dangerous, so I don't know which ones I'm allowed to talk about. Thanks, YouTube. Mob Rats Exposed said, God bless you. Oh, God love you. God bless you too, Mob Rats Exposed. Says that they were so desperate in the Mar-a-Lago raid, desperate to know what Trump knew. Everyone's saying hello. Sherry said, what's the name on Bumble, Hev? Menacing Muskrat, is there any way you can grab my Rumble links and put them in there? I don't know if you're still here. If not, I'll do it, but everyone's saying hello. Zena said so they could pick from another 20-pronged attack. And Mob Rats Exposed says that's from his new channel. Deb said Truthseekers, I think. Selena said on Rumble, waiting for you to go live but not signed in. Okay. Missy T said, don't forget that movie, MK Ultra, Hev, year 2022. Oh, yeah, I better write that down. Where's my pens gone? Oh, holy guacamole. Serious? Oh, there it is. Okay. MK Ultra 1. $2022. Okay. Zena said I huck all my excess food over the balcony down into the bush to keep them off my deck. Zena said chick throw. Zena said the possums and bandicoots. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I tried to entice this little possum out with a piece of fruit, but it was too scared. It was itself, seriously. It was freaking out. That's why when I grabbed it with the oven mitts and it got out, it ran, and it was like, oh God, I got another pet now. I'm going to find it on top of the cupboards eating the cereal next. But luckily I caught it. A bit slower than a little mouse, so. Oh, thank you, Menacing Muskrat. God love you. Darren said, is MK Ultra Megan Kelly's new promo code, lol? Yeah, so my Rumble links are there, guys. I don't know, just go and sub to both. I don't know how I got 2 channels. I don't know. No idea. Dealey said, where are your cats, Hev? I would think they would love to play possum. No, I had to put them out. Before I even let that little possum out of the fireplace, I had to lock my cats outside. And Missy T said, lol, my Brats Exposed said, God bless you. Deb said, sorry if I missed anyone. Zena said, so Jewish people are coming out of the tunnels. Why is that so bad? What about the tunnels in Gaza and all the other tunnels in DC? No, it's not just that it's Jewish people coming out. Like I think it was under a church or something. I don't know. It's very weird. Little shit stirrer. How you going, little shit stirrer? Good to see ya. Darren said, notice the Jews in the tunnels are the ones against Israel. Are they? There you go. Zena said, and under Epstein's Island, perhaps Oprah and the Hollywood stars all have tunnels connecting. Well, there's a lot of them. Look, with Hugh Hefner, who ran Playboy, 3 actors had tunnels leading to his house. Underground tunnels leading directly to Hugh Hefner's Playboy mansion. If anyone knows the names of them, please tell me. I can't remember. Judy said, hello, Heaven family. How you going, Judy? Good to see ya. Zena said there are Jews and there are Zionists. The state of Israel is not a true Jewish state, I believe. Yep. Okay. Alex is not in the chat. No, she's very sick. So everyone, if you pray, please pray for Alex. She's not feeling well. Darren said, Zena, next day will say people are bad for using the tube. Zena said it's the gay capital of the world. Pat said it's supposed to be thousands of miles of tunnels under the Blue Mountains. Yep. Under me. There's caves everywhere too. We have the Jenolan Caves, which is just around about an hour from me. The Rothschilds own that. And they're all underground caves. And they're beautiful caves. You even drive through one of them. It's that big. You drive through it. Oh my God. So Darren, I mock now, then I investigate. I'm going to have to go for a drive to Jenolan Caves one day and take footage. Like attach my camera to my windscreen and show you guys the beautiful drive it is out there. Oh my God. Darren said, people have always used tunnels. It's what you use them for that causes issues. Deb said, soft paw shuffle. Zena said, that's what I do these days. Selena said, immigration unfettered and collapsing under the weight of it and crashing social programs. Yeah. Yeah, wait till your wages drop because of immigrants and you find it hard to pay things and you can't just have unfettered immigration. And here in Australia, it doesn't matter where you're from, the immigration just needs to stop for a bit. Like, seriously, stop. Deb said, cat at the door. Oh, the cat drives me mad sometimes. They want out and then they want in within 5 minutes. Susie, hey, how you going? Good to see ya. Deb said, Rumble is different. It is very different. It's harder to use, but I can't talk here. So I don't know what to do. Mobrats Exposed said, thank you. That's okay. So put your link in there, Mobrats Exposed, if you want, so people can go and check you out. Mobrats Exposed does history and, what are they called? Lying informants, that's it. Trying to remember. Like, yeah, people who harass other people who are doxing other people. Susie says, is Alex in the chat? No, she's not. God love her. Susan said, hi all, posted a comment before the live wondering... Oh, I did put it in there, Susan. Suzanne. Susan. Hang on, which one? Susan it is, yeah. Suzanne's got the E on the end, doesn't it? Okay. I did put it in the beginning. Can you scroll back through the comments? How far back can you get? Because I did put it in there. And I spaced it out, but you got to put every letter together. How far back is it? I don't know if you can scroll that far back, but I can, because I can see it on my chat. Unless, Menacing Muskrat, do you want to put that site in there? You know what it is, don't you? Deb said, funny what a job description being Biden, act really dumb. Yeah, just stand there like a potato, really. Half the time. Zenitron said, they're scared because their past is catching up with them, that's why we are domestic terrorists. Exactly. They label us as, yeah. Even the Catholics, they're labeling Catholics as domestic terrorists. What's going on? Sherry said, I don't have a Rumble account, Menacing, but if I have a correct link, I can get in, just not participate. Susie said, Muskrat, you're such a good egg. She is. Menacing Muskrat's fantastic. I love my mods. Deb said, thanks, Menacing. Thank you, Menacing. You've done it again. Excellent. Missy T said, interesting movie. I'll definitely try and watch that. Susie said, what would we do without our muskrat? Oh, where'd I go? The chat jumped again. Oh, there we go. Susie said, what would we do without a muskrat? Darren said, Hev has 2 Rumble channels. The one with the C had its last upload 11 months ago. The one with the user was 3 days ago. Yeah, see, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing on Rumble. Seriously. I ended up with a user and an actual channel. And sometimes things upload on one that I've got no idea. Susie said, I just found you on Rumble. Awesome, Hev, thank you. Little shit stirrer said, are you smoking a spliff? Not at the moment. It's a cigarette, but it's a roll your own cigarette. But just wait, because I'll be smoking one of them shortly. Ah, dear. Rails said, g'day, Deb. Nursing Muskrat said, the sewage use tunnels we're under a girls' school. Okay. I'm going to have to find out more information on that. Carl said, I'm lost on the New York thread, hard to keep up. Missy T said he was an agent. Deb said, we need to get body cams so we can see what funny things happens to Hev. I need a GoPro constantly attached to my head because I catch some funny stuff, but I don't ever get it on video because it's more like I'm doing it. I'm not thinking of videotaping things, and I should probably. Dear. Missy T said Hefner. Oh yeah, Hefner was a CIA agent, I believe. Little shit star said there are underground cities. Yep. Yep, there sure are. Melissa and Mike, how you going? Good to see you. The Jews are coming out of the tunnels under Chabad, a kind of synagogue. They were Hasidic Jews. Okay. Zena said, if you ever see a channel called My Butt's Been Wiped, you'll know it's me. Oh dear. Nursing Muskrat said KM, Jews aka Khazarian Mafia. Little shit stirrer said the Ozarks. Oh yeah, the Ozarks. There's something about the Ozarks. I remember years ago, I can't remember now what it was about the Ozarks. I'm going to have to do some more research back into that one again. D. Lee said lifting Alex up in healing prayers. Oh, God love you. Yeah, if you're a praying type, please pray for Alex. She's one of my mods and she's really not feeling well. Hasn't been well for over a week. Missy T said in Rothschild's property, Hev. Yep, film it. I will be. That's what I was thinking of doing, going back out there and attaching the camera to the car and just like driving through the cave and then showing you what the caves are kind of like. You got to pay to get into them, so I won't be doing that tour. I'm not giving the Rothschilds money, but the caves that you can see from outside I will show. Oh, my stomach's growling again. Caesar said Bob Hope, Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr. all involved. Maybe they had tunnels from their houses to Hefner's. I can't remember. There was a few of the more recent actors that had, and maybe they bought their houses off some of the older ones. I don't know. Little shit stirrer said rats. They're, yeah, like mob rats exposed. He exposes mob rats. Yeah, people who rat people out. Susan said, does Alex have pneumonia? I don't know. I think she might have an infection though. Deb said, yes, please, mob. Oh, jumped again. Chat's jumped. Menacing Musgrave said, in the Bible it says creatures above the earth, on the earth, and below the earth. Little shit stirrer says, MRE stays on those rats' necks. Yeah, he keeps on top of them. Definitely. Calls them out all over the place, but they go doxing women and stuff, so I think they might be something to do with being a fed. I don't know, maybe informant, you know. Things like that. There to cause trouble. Nothing else but to cause trouble. Xena said, my baby Daisy, she's about to have a litter of kittens. She started young. I'm a bit worried. Oh, Xenotron. We'll be praying for the kittens. Missy T said Elvis had his own personal room at the Playboy Mansion. All of Hollywood is one big cesspit. Little shit star said, if you put mob rats exposed in your YouTube search bar, all 3 of his accounts will pull up. Oh, cool. Zena said, Missy T, they're all perverts, very, very liberal in their tastes. Deb said, God love our mods, yep. Selena said, hey guys, go to just under the header and click more. Has her Rumble link in there. Yep, it does. Missy T said 100%. Zena said, makes me wonder about that story picture at Hanging Rock. Oh, picnic at Hanging Rock. Probably tunnels there too. Although it's supposed to be fictional, I don't know. They always get these stories, fictional stories from real life accounts. It's like life imitates art, or art imitates life. Either way, it's disgusting. Zena said, I've seen the Janolan Caves when I was a kid. Yep. Deb said, can't put you on the TV with Rumble. Oh. Out Challenge said, have you guys seen the polar anomalies? No, not yet. Darren said, there are hundreds of miles of tunnels under Kent alone. It has military complexes and hospitals. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. They're everywhere across the world. And I remember hearing that we could get via tunnels and high-speed rail that we could get from here to America in an hour. I don't know how true that is, but take it with a grain of salt. That's just what I heard. Deb said the old man had to turn a few days ago, so he has to give up the cigarette. Oh, really? Oh, prayers for him. Zena said, I put my computer next to the door when I can just lean over and reach. In, out, in, out. Hey, out to lunch. You're back. Good to see ya. Missy T said, would be great video, Hev. Yeah, definitely. Zena said, if I ignore them, they climb up on the screen and just hang there. Little Shitstar said, the Ozarks have underground cities. There's trains from major airports that head straight there. There are cars there for you when you get off the train to go underground to the city. There's also much more. Ah, there you go, little Shitstirrer. I thought so. There was something I remember about the Ozarks many years ago. But yeah, I forgot all about it. George, how you going? Good to see ya. Zena said, I remember in Sydney being amazed at all the shopping available underground. Wynyard was my first experience. Yeah, even in Sydney, yep. They have underground shopping centres. Deb said, may the kitties be well, prayers. Missy T said, basically the Playboy Mansion was a honey trap. Yeah, it was like Epstein Island. It was another one. Unbelievable. Zeta said, Misty T, honey trap is a very kind name, more like den of iniquity. Darren said, beehives are also honey traps that can give you a nasty rash. A different kind of way. Out to lunch said she live on Rumble. I will be in a minute. I'm going live on Rumble in a minute. Zeta said, oh, thanks, Deb, a new experience. Hope there is no complications. Xenotron said she's nesting now and her boobies are starting to engorge. Yes. Susie said, Jared Keto owns Lookout Mountain now. They made all the blackmail films there, so the old movie stars. Susie said, we're stuck and had to stay in the system. Susie said, Lookout Mountain, aptly named if it was used for such purposes. And Little Shitstar said, the Ozarks have... Oh, hang on, can I move that slightly so I can read it? Have like a bank per every 5 person. Oh, wow. Menacing Muskrat said, polar anomalies, climate change features. Wow. Little Shitstar said they built a self-sufficient house there too. Wow, that's really interesting. Yeah. So I'm going to have to look back into the Ozarks again and see what I can find. Because I remember it was that was back in 2010. I think that I looked at that. And I've forgotten most of it. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave the live stream there for today because please go over to Rumble. And I'll meet you over there, okay, for real news that I can talk about. Okay, guys, much love. Have a good one. And I'll see you soon. Bye.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago. But all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright. And for the first time in a long time, I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago. But all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows. And where I'll go in life, still nobody knows. But I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. Way back